Hello, in this short video, we want to take a short reading lesson. If you want to improve your reading skills, or if you want to learn how you can understand the text, please stay tuned. This is a short text, as you can see the title here, Relaxing at Cafes in Your Free Time. The most important thing for you to understand the text is to understand the key vocabulary. So I have already highlighted key vocabulary for you. As you can see here, when it comes down to it, by and large, hanging out, shooting the breeze, take it easy, on top of everything else, as far as I'm concerned, unwind at the end of the day. Let's go now and see the definitions of these phrases. Repeat after me. When it comes down to it. When it comes down to it. Ultimately, when you focus on the most important part. Ultimately, when you focus on the most important part. Take a breather. Take a breather. The meaning is to take a short break to rest. Take a short break to rest. By and large. By and large. Mostly or in general. Mostly or in general. Hanging out. Hanging out. Spending time with the friends in a relaxed way. Spending time with the friends in a relaxed way. Shooting the breeze. Shooting the breeze. Having a casual, friendly conversation. Having a casual, friendly conversation. Take it easy. Take it easy. Relax. Don't stress. Relax. Don't stress. On top of everything else. On top of everything else, in addition to everything else, in addition to everything else. As far as I'm concerned, as far as I am concerned, in my opinion, unwind, unwind, relax after stress, relax after stress. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, in the end, when everything is considered, in the end, when everything is considered. Now, let's go to the questions. Here is question number 1. What's the main idea of the text? Cafes are noisy places. Cafes are perfect places to relax and socialize. Cafes are only for working. Cafes are too crowded to be enjoyable. My advice to you is that before you read the text, go through the questions, because the questions are the key to the text. When it comes down to it, cafes are the perfect place to relax and take a breather from a busy day. From this, we can understand that cafes are the places where people go to and relax. So, the answer for this question would be number B. Cafes are perfect places to relax and socialize. It's not that because they're noisy, it's not because they're for working, and it's not because they're crowded. Usually, the main idea of the text would be in the first line, middle, or at the end of the text or the paragraph. So my advice to you is to skim through the text very quickly, try to get the main idea, and then go to the question and hit the right answer. Let's go now to question number 2. According to the text, what do people in Jordan enjoy doing at cafes? Only working, hanging out with friends, or enjoying coffee alone, hosting events, playing games. So what you need to do here is that you need to read from where you stopped. It's not a practical way to read right from the beginning for each question that you're going to answer. So here we say, by and large, people in Jordan enjoy hanging out at cafes, whether to meet up with friends or just to enjoy a cup of coffee alone. Here is the answer for question number 2. People in Jordan enjoy hanging out at cafes, whether to meet up with friends or just to enjoy a cup of coffee alone. So if you go to the second question, option B would be the best choice. Hanging out with friends or enjoying coffee alone. It's not going to be only working. It's not going to be about hosting events, like for example, arranging for events, holding events, or even playing games. Let's go to question number 3. What does the phrase shooting the breeze mean in the text? Now, for you, in order to understand what phrases mean, my advice for you is to read the options first and try to exclude 2 options. These are distractors, not the choices, not the answer, and 2 would be the answer. So, for example, the first one, having a deep conversation, focus on the word deep, having a casual, relaxed conversation, talking about the weather, complaining about life. As you can see that C and D, these are not relevant, so I exclude them out, and then I think about these two options, A and B. Now, because we're talking about cafes, so maybe it's not expected to be a deep conversation, but most probably it's going to be a casual one, casual and relaxed, because it was already mentioned in the text that people go to the cafes because they want to relax. Let's go to the text and check. So I start from where I stopped. Shooting the breeze with friends in a cozy cafe is a great way to take it easy after a long week. So as you can see, shooting the breeze with friends. So we understand when we are with friends, we usually have a casual conversation. That conversation is not deep. It's usually casual and friendly. So shooting the breeze with friends in a cozy cafe is a great way to take it easy after a long week. So if we go back to the question and then we look at shooting the breeze, it's not about deep conversation. Most probably it's B, and B is the correct answer. Question number 4. What does the author mean by on top of everything else? Again, what you need to do is that you need to exclude two options or two choices from here and focus only on two choices. On the other choices, I mean. The cafe has the best coffee? Most probably not. In addition to other things, cafes have a relaxing atmosphere. The cafe is on top of a building. Cafes offer more than just drinks. So if you look, for example, at the first one, the cafe has the best coffee. Most probably this is not the answer. And if you look at number C, the cafe is on top of a building. Of course, this is not the answer. So what you need to do is to think of B and D. In addition to other things, cafes have a relaxing atmosphere, or cafes offer more than just drinks. Most probably, if you think about it, because it talks about relaxation, where people go to and enjoy their time, it's going to be B. Let's go to the text and check if our answer or guess is true. So I start from where I stopped. On top of everything else, cafes often have a relaxing atmosphere, ideal for reading or catching up on work. So this is the answer here. Cafes often have a relaxing atmosphere. And atmosphere means environment here. So the answer here would be is that in addition to other things, cafes have a relaxing atmosphere. Let's go to question number 5. What is the balance the author, the writer of this text, talks about at the end of the text? Balancing between socializing and having quiet time, balancing work and relaxation, balancing coffee and tea choices, balancing spending time at home and at cafes. We need to exclude or to get rid of two choices. So if you look at number A, balancing between socializing and having quiet time, maybe. Balancing work and relaxation could be. Balancing coffee and tea choices, of course not. This is a very far away choice or improbable choice. Balancing spending time at home and at cafes, also this is not a choice. So it would be balancing between socializing and having quiet time, or balancing work and relaxation. Let's go to the text and check. So here I would start from where I stopped. As far as I'm concerned, spending time at a cafe is one of the most enjoyable ways to unwind. And unwind means to relax. At the end of the day, it's all about finding a balance between socializing and having some quiet time for yourself. So the answer for this question would be number A, balancing between socializing, your social activities, and having quiet time, and quiet means peaceful. So, in order for you to understand the text, it's very important to understand the key vocabulary inside the text. That's one way of improving and developing your reading comprehension skills. The second thing, if it's a test that you need to answer questions on to check on your reading comprehension, is to read the questions first, go to the text. Most of the questions come in chronology, they come in order in the text. So read the questions and then go to the text. The question and the text, the question and the text. And in this way, you can slowly answer the questions correctly based on the text and not based on your background knowledge. It's based on the text, the information inside the text. And don't forget to have a side notebook to write down all the new vocabulary words, Try to learn them because reading is all about vocabulary. Thank you very much indeed.